with the science period. Today we are going to have revision of chapter 10, respiration in organisms. Yesterday children, we finished up with half of the chapter, but before proceeding with the chapter, once again I will revise with you the portion for science standard 7th and your essay 1. Chapter number 2, nutrition in animals. Chapter number 5, acids, bases and salts. Chapter number 9, soil. Chapter number 10, respiration in organisms. So these are the 4 chapters which you have to prepare for your essay 1, that is for your exams, which are going to start on 21st, and you have your science exam on 23rd, as you all know. Previously, in one of the presentation, instead of writing nutrition in animals, it was printed as nutrition in plants. So some of the children got confused. So better don't confuse yourself, children. It is chapter number 2, that is nutrition in animals. I hope all of you have understood and there is no confusion now. So in the last period, we were just revising some of the topics of respiration. So we talked of why do we respire. We talked of where does the energy comes from. We were just talking of why should we eat regularly. What does the air contains? And then we were just talking of the types of respiration. So these were few of the topics that we discussed yesterday in our presentation. So we will proceed further and we will start with our topic today. Here you can see the figure. Okay, so here we are again starting up with exhalation and inhalation process, which are the part of your breathing. Before proceeding further, I will just start with the activity where the question is name the following. As children, I told you during the revision, we are just discussing about the pattern of the questions that can be framed for your exams. So exactly in the same way, you will have to prepare yourself. Here already I told you, you don't have to write any answer, you don't have to type any answer, only you have to click the correct options. Here in this one, I have not given you the options, directly I have written the answer, but in exam, you will definitely get the options for the same. So without wasting our time, I am starting with it. Term used for openings in the nose. So that is your nostrils. Terms used for one inhalation and one exhalation. That is your breath. Now, since I was showing you the figure of inhalation and exhalation, so here, what is inhalation and exhalation? That again we will just discuss once. Inhalation is the taking in of the air. Now when we are taking in air, it should be rich in oxygen and it goes into our body. This we are talking of human beings. Exhalation, it is the giving out of the air which is rich in carbon dioxide, and this we give out from our body. So I hope children, now inhalation and exhalation which are under your breathing process, it is clear to you. The next is your breathing rate. So what is breathing rate? Breathing rate is the number of times a person breathes in 1 minute. Now here 1 minute means 60 seconds. So you should remember 1 minute. this breathing takes place, that means when a person is going for breathing, okay, then it is your breathing rate, and that too in 1 minute. That means within 60 seconds how many time he is going for inhalation process as well as for exhalation process. So next question for you: what happens inside the lungs during the inhalation and the inspiration? Yes. First option, volume decreases, pressure increases. Second one, volume increases, pressure decreases. Third one, volume increases, pressure increases. And the fourth option, volume decreases and the pressure increases. So here your answer is volume decreases and the pressure increases. So I hope it is clear to you. So this is how the question can be given under reasoning, either what happens, either any of the question, it can be framed in any way and it can be asked. Okay. Now the next topic that we are going to start up with is how do other organisms breathe. So now to start with it, I will just give you a short introduction of few of the animals. Here you can see on your screen few of the fishes. So along with the fishes, there is a prawn, there is a tadpole. So children, remember, when we are talking of these organisms, they all are aquatic organisms. So they take in the oxygen which is dissolved in the water and they give out carbon dioxide directly in the water. And for this, they all have special organs called as the gills. So children, remember, these organisms, they respire with the help of gills. Now, you can see frog, you can see birds, as well as you can see the whale fish. So here again, when I am talking of here all these organisms, here you can see one is an amphibian, the other one is an apes, the other one is a mammalia. All these organisms, they respire through their lungs. That means they breathe with the help of the lungs which is present within the chest cavity. They have the air-filled sacs near the lungs, and these sacs makes the body of the bird lighter, which helps them to fly. Mammals, they also have highly developed lungs for the gaseous exchange. Amphibians, as you know, they are found both on land and water. So here they have a dual mode of breathing. They have their skin, with the help of their moist skin, they breathe when they are outside the water, and when inside the water, they are using their lungs. Okay, so here again they have got two types of you can say the breathing process. But you saw tadpole, which is the young one of a frog, they breathe through the gills. So you have to remember that when these tadpoles, they mature, when they develop, they become adult, they have the development of the lungs, and then they respire through their lungs on the land. So this is how the respiration is taking place in these different organisms. Apart from this, if you remember, we have earthworms, we have amoeba. These organisms, they take in the oxygen directly from the surrounding, and here the oxygen and carbon dioxide diffusion, which is in and out, taking place through their cell membrane, that means their body surface. And the earthworm, if you remember, they just respire with the help of their skin, that means exchange of gases here takes place with the help of their skin. Here, these are some of the insects you can see. Okay, here you can see a mosquito, bug, butterflies, honeybees, so many insects you can see over here. So these insects, they have got spatial organ which is said to be the spiracles. So insects, such as your cockroach, grasshoppers, they have their tracheal system which runs all throughout their body, and the air tube called the trachea opens through these small openings called the spiracles for this exchange of the gases. So we say they exchange the gases with the help of the spiracles. Now, here one activity for you. Here I have given you few animals, okay, and some of them have the lungs, some of them have the gills, some of them have the spiracles. So it's your duty to segregate them, to separate them. The organisms are bat, butterfly, snake, prawns, dog, whale, shark, dragonfly, fish, tadpole, and the frog. So this is for you as a homework. Now the next question comes up, how do the plants breathe? So as you all have already studied, plants have small openings on their leaf called the stomata. So it is with the help of this stomata that they exchange the gases. Yes, plants are also living organisms, so they carry out the various life processes, as you know, such as growth, transportation, all the activities they also take, for which they also need energy. Now, to obtain this energy, plant also undergo the process of respiration. So each part of the plant respires individually. The stomata, it helps in the process of photosynthesis, and also it helps in the process of your respiration. Now these stomata, they consist of the two bean-shaped guard cells which allow the opening and closing of the stomatal pores, and during this opening and closing they take in the oxygen. Okay, now woody stems have the small openings on their bark which is called the lenticles, and which are used for the breathing process. So children, I hope you have understood, it is the stomata which helps the plants in exchange of the gases. They take in carbon dioxide and they are giving out oxygen, and this is taking place by the help of closing and opening of these guard cells. So children, I hope you have understood how these plants they breathe in. So today in the session we just had inhalation and exhalation. That means we were just going through the revision of breathing, the process, what is inhalation, what is exhalation, because you should know before this when we go for breathing rates, so you should be aware of what is inhalation and exhalation. Then we talked about the breathing rate. We talked of different types of the animals, either the organisms for their breathing, what type of organ do they have, how do they breathe. Then we were just discussing about the plants, about how they breathe. So we found here the plants have got stomata with the help of which they breathe, and in the barks they have their lenticles. So for you children, a important note, once again I am reminding you all, revise all the chapters given in the portion for essay 1. All the questions will have option. You will just have to click the correct answer, either the correct option. Thank you. Sai Ram.